Hello, welcome to a special episode of Keith in Japan. This time it's about living or moving in Japan. I've lived in Japan now for over 1 year, or just over 1 year. When I first moved here, I moved to Odawara, where I'm living again. But I've lived in Sangenjaya. I got the apartment with Sakura House. Sakura House are actually quite a good company, although it's a bit expensive. But where I was living was in Sancha or Sangenjaya. It cost me Juniman a month, which is 120,000 yen. But all the bills were included, such as water, electricity. It had a washing machine in that one as well. And it's about 15 minutes from Shibuya and close to Ebisu and Daikanyama, which is quite good, especially for the job which I had. I then moved out from the apartment by Sakura House, but it was quite an easy job, to move out, just clean it, and then they come and give you like a deposit back, because you pay a deposit at the start around 20,000 yen, I think. The second place I moved to was with Hippo House in Saitama. Hippo House have many places in Saitama. But renting the place, again, you had to pay a deposit and your month's rent up front. That was a bit cheaper, but I was living in a shared house. If you come here and you don't know really where to go, I kind of recommend a shared house, because you make lots of friends in the area. Lots of Japanese friends. And I got to learn more about sort of Japan itself from the people who I met. It's quite cheap as well, so then you can find a new place. If you go different ways, such as if you can look through like Gaijinpot or any other company, you can find apartments where you have to pay key money, and it all gets quite expensive. But when you first come here, I recommend going to a shared house, to be honest. I moved from Saitama eventually, because Saitama is really quiet, but it is close to Tokyo as well. But I moved to another Sakura House apartment in Komagome. Komagome is a really nice place. It's about 7 minutes by train from Ikebukuro station on the Yamanote line, so it's quite convenient. It cost me Juman a month, which is 100,000 Japanese yen. It's quite expensive. Again, the bills are included, but it's a lot smaller. So when you come here, your apartment will be a lot smaller compared to the apartment which I had in England. But again, moving out from there was quite easy. There's other places you can go to. I've heard of Oak House, who are quite good as well. They have many places around Tokyo, and definitely if you do come here, I recommend staying in a shared house, just because you get to meet foreign people, like other nationalities, Japanese people as well, so it's quite an adventure, because you can make friends at first. Living in Tokyo was quite fun. I live in Odawara now. Tokyo is quite convenient but expensive as well. The trains are good, of course. In Saitama, the trains were on and off, kind of, especially on the Saiko line, which is one of the worst lines, I think, for JR. The line I'm on now is the Tokaido line, but I live near to Hakone and some really nice areas, so I can see Mount Fuji every day. Living in Tokyo, you can find lots of 24-hour supermarkets, so it's convenient. Living outside of Tokyo, you can't find as many, so you need a car in some places. Especially when I went to Fukuoka, you definitely need a car, because it's quite a small area unless you live in the main city area. But definitely I recommend living in a shared house. Renting's quite easy as long as you have the money. Most places speak English who deal with foreigners. But if you have any problems, please leave me a comment or any questions. And good luck. See you.